Okay, class, so last night I was looking over your writings and I noticed a lot of you wrote about your mom, dad, and brothers and sisters. And they were all wonderful stories, but we want to learn a new strategy to help us write different stories. Good writers come up with fun and exciting ideas to grab their readers' attention. So, today we're going to talk about writing using our past experiences. Class, I want to write a story, but I'm not sure what to write about. Where can I get ideas to write? Great! You can write about your experiences. Can anyone tell me more about what an experience is? Oh, I love that answer. Yet something that you do is fun. But an experience can also be something not very fun. Like one time I got a flat tire and it was raining and my dad had to come and help me in the rain, and that wasn't very fun, but it did make a good story to talk about, so that would be an experience even though it wasn't fun. So our experiences could be good or bad, but all of our experiences make good stories. We just had winter break. Do you think there is an experience I could write about that happened over winter break? Yes, like opening presents. That's a great example. And maybe that is something you did too, and you could write about it during Writer's Workshop. But I think I'm going to write about something else I did over winter break. You see, I had all my nieces and nephews over at my house one day while their parents went shopping for presents. So I had a very busy day planned for us, and I think it would be very fun to write about all the things we did that day. Does that sound like a good experience to write about? All right, well, first, I want to get my ideas written down so I know what I'm going to write about. Sometimes it's hard to remember all the details when I'm writing, so I like to plan it out beforehand. First, I'm going to put a big circle in the middle. Okay, and now I'm going to write day with nieces and nephews. Okay, because that's what my story is going to be about, so it's right big in the center so I know what I'm going to do. Okay, next I'm going to add smaller bubbles that have details. So for an example of a detail of what I did is we baked cookies. So I'm just going to add a small little circle right off of it saying bake cookies. Okay, so now when I'm going to write my story, I know what I'm going to be writing about, and I know what detail I can add about it. So what are some other details we could add? Yeah, I could talk about what kind of cookie I made. Okay, I'm going to add that on to my baking one. So look, you could even add a circle off of that to go even more detailed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a little one off of there saying chocolate chip. There we go. So even more details on there. Okay, so another thing I might add is how we went sledding. And I bet a lot of you went sledding over Christmas break too. So in here I can add sledding. So this little tiny chart right here, it just tells me already 2 things I could write about for this one topic. That'll help me a lot. So, alright, so now maybe you could write about your sledding experiences or your baking experiences as well. So I am going to add a few more bubbles of some details. So I'm going to put one of them is cold because it was snowing. And that kind of goes along with the sledding as well. And then I'm also going to talk about how we had hot cocoa, which I'm sure a lot of you guys had over break. So now, look, I will have this chart here. And now I can go back during Writer's Workshop and write, okay, so my paper's going to be about my day with my nieces and nephews. And it's going to be about how we baked cookies, went sledding, it was very cold, and we had hot cocoa. So this organized everything I did during that experience. So now I am ready to write. So Now you guys can go and do this on your own. Think of your own experience and put a big bubble for it. And then you can add all your little bubbles about the details that went with that experience. Okay, so today we talked about using our own experiences to write great stories. During independent writing, I want you to think of 2 or 3 experiences you have had in the past. Then choose one of those experiences to write about. If you have another writing you are working on, you may continue. And this strategy you can use another time. Okay, so with the students with red shoes, you may get your writing materials and begin. Thank you.